Okay guys, Chris back with you on Cece's Aquatic Adventures, and just want to give you guys an update on this angelfish tank. As you can see, the plants are going great. The fish are doing really good. But the real reason why I wanted to come on here and do a video is because I wanted to show you guys you can get a good deal at Petco. If you look back here, there's a Geophagus back there. He's kind of sifting through the sand, which is what they do. Here it comes coming out. He's got nice size to him, and you can see that his colors are coming out beautiful. This is a beautiful fish if you look at him from the side there. He's just a beautiful Geophagus. I got these guys at Petco, I believe, and I think they were $9.99 for the Geophagus. There's one small one there. He getting picked on a little bit. We got to get them into a bigger tank because they'll be getting bigger. But you can see the angelfish are growing big. But the Geophagus, I really love these fish. They do a great job sifting through the sand, and you know the sand is crystal clear. As you can see, there's not a lot of debris or leftover food down there. They'll get all the food out of there for you and keep it pretty clean. But you can see this tank is thriving. I've always liked to have bigger tanks anyway, but the Geophagus, I mean, I think I got them when they were maybe 2 or 3 inches. You can see he's chasing the smaller one, but that's mostly because of territory, and we got to get him into a bigger tank. But I kind of figured that would happen over time. But the Geophagus are a beautiful fish. You can see him down there with that color on the side. He did that beautiful, almost fluorescent green color. But you can see he's just going through and sifting through the dirt. But this tank is doing great. You can see the angelfish are getting big. And like I said, the Geophagus, they'll probably get about 12 inches. I'm looking for the other keyhole, which is back there. I've had the keyhole sticklers for about 7 years now, and they're just hanging out in there. But yeah, this tank is doing great. You can see I got these guys when they were babies, and they're doing fantastic. So yeah, I like to move to going to a canister filter for this tank. It's just it's because of the stocking, and just because it just does a really good job of keeping everything clean, and these guys are doing good. So there's 12 angelfish in there, I believe, and the Geophagus, like I said, they'll be moving out of that tank. They're getting a little aggressive with each other, you can see, but we'll have to get them moved. But like I said, the main point of this video is when you go to Petco, you can get a good deal as long as you take care of these fish and quarantine them. I quarantine those Geophagus before I put them in here, and like I said, they're thriving. But like I said, they're almost going to be too big for that tank a little bit, so we'll have to move them to a bigger tank once I get it. And the angelfish, this will be strictly an angelfish tank. I'll probably get more of these. These are not aggressive at all. These denizen barbs. I'll get about 4 more of those, and then we'll move the Geophagus out of here. And then I actually got 3 more of the scissor-tail rasboras, which will be going in there too. Right there, these guys here. I've had them for a long time. I got 3 more, so we'll be putting them in there too, and they'll have there'll be some dither fish in there. And of course, I've always been a big Bolivian ram fan. They got some nice color too, as you can see. These guys, there's 3 of them in there. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great coloration in this tank. The plants, there's some dead plants in there. I don't really go too crazy. There's a bunch of, I got a couple plecos in there and a couple of bottom feeders that like to eat the dead plants. And actually, I got a snail that likes to eat the dead plants too. So I keep it, you know, I just keep this as an ecosystem. There's a fish or some kind of living being for every type of algae and every type of, like, you know, debris in the bottom. So that's why I like to create an ecosystem. This way I don't have to do I pretty much don't do any type of maintenance on this tank. The only thing I do is water changes once a month, and then we change the filter floss. That's about it. Everything is pretty much self-maintained. So I want to go on this side here and just see. Yeah, I got some room in there. I kind of like to keep this up a little bit so the plants, the the pothos can grow. As you can see, it's going pretty good into the water. Anyway, so that's the update of the 75 gallon. For the most part, my point is, you know, I actually got these at Petco too. Dennis and Barb's. Actually, most of the fish in there I get from Petco because I don't really like to spend a lot of money. But the Geophagus, as you can see, they're beautiful, growing nice, and they're Petco fish, and they can get nice and big as long as you keep them and maintain them and keep them healthy. All right, guys, so let me make a quick video. Didn't want to go too crazy, but I just was in there feeding them, and I just noticed how big they got, and I wanted to show you guys the maturation and the beauty of the Geophagus. And like I said, I don't normally like to put other fish with angelfish, but the angelfish look great. There's no problem with their tails. They grow nice and tall. That's the whole point of angelfish. You want them to grow nice and tall, and that's why you get them in the 75, so you have, you know, more of a space. But once they get the Geos will get bigger, like I said, I'll move them out here, and then the angelfish will be having all the room they want. And you can see down here, I got the little Raphael, who's been with me for a long time. I think it's his third tank he's been in. But there's also a Pseudodonus in there somewhere that likes to hide and underneath the rocks. But you know, they do a good job of keeping the tank clean. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hope you guys like the content, but this is I'm hoping to get this 125 soon so we can move these fish around and do what I want to do and actually have the bigger fish have more space and grow into you know, into the bigger tank. But yeah, you can see the real quick, the 55 gallon is definitely overstocked, and those Baylor sharks are getting huge, so we'll have to move them eventually. But they'll be going in with the Geophagus, and I'm going to move probably these guys down here. Been a very peaceful tank ever since we lost that one yellow one, but since then they've been pretty good. So non-aggressive, and we'll put them in there and see what happens. And of course the Jaguars, we'll do something with the Jaguars. We're hoping the Jaguars, you know, don't get too aggressive, but we're thinking about putting them in there. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. See you next time.